Let's talk about Tesla because there's something maybe, electric cars, right? It's beating back claims that all three models of its electric vehicles could unexpectedly accelerate. Remember, what was the Audi 5000? Anyway, could unexpectedly accelerate without the driver taking action. The company, helmed by Elon Musk, issued a statement calling the claims false and added that a stock short seller is behind it. Now the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has opened an inquiry into those claims. With us to discuss this is Yahoo Finance's Pras Subramanian, and I bring up ancient history with the 5000. They never actually figured out whether the car was accelerating on its own in those cases 20 plus years ago.
You know, I haven't driven an Audi 5000, Rick. Maybe you have.
I have driven one way back in the day. It didn't unintentionally accelerate.
Right. So anyway, back to this story. So Tesla is sort of responding to this petition that had about 127 complaints that claim 110 crashes. You read part of that statement, that what they said about how they think it's completely false. They also said that we investigate every single incident where the driver alleges to us to have used, to us that their vehicle accelerated contrary to their input. And in every case where we had vehicle's data, we confirmed the car operated as designed. Now, you mentioned that that guy who, his name is Brian Sparks, the guy who brought the petition, he told CNBC that he is a Tesla short seller, so that is true. But this is still early days. NHTSA gets the review right now, they go over it, and after a technical review, they say, do we want to grant a probe or not? So it's still very early yet.
There was another relevant incident here where Toyota had this problem with some Lexus vehicles. Right? And yeah, there were two things. So there was a mat that could come loose and actually get pinned up against the pedal. So that was a legitimate problem. But they also had this problem in Lexuses, and I covered that when it happened. It was about a decade ago. And the outcome was it was a driver's fault. And what happened was you got one report of this. There was a high-speed death where the person couldn't figure out what was going on. I think it was that floor mat. But then people hear this in the news and they start saying, oh, I had the same problem. Yeah. And then Toyota got stuck with this problem, was that they investigated, the government investigated. They found it was essentially driver error every time. But then the company can't come out and say our drivers are stupid. They have to kind of eat it and find a way to just resolve it somehow.
Can I just say the stock is up 6.5% today.
On something else,
So if you are a short seller in the stock, it has not been an easy road for you, right? Because you are getting squeezed and squeezed and squeezed, which has probably also fed the continued upside that we have seen in those shares.
But key to this whole thing, and I'm no mechanic, the cars I've worked on are nuts, they're horrid, but is Tesla drive-by-wire, meaning that See, that's different than older, like the Lexus and the Audi, where you actually had a mechanical.
So basically, most older cars where you push the pedal,
they're actually cables pulling
cables, hydraulic lines, whatever would actually
add fuel into a carburetor or into the
open
system.
the intake, put gas in the car, engine revs faster. Now it's you push the pedal, it tells the computer to open the choke, to open put more fuel injection, more gas in the engine, then it goes all precise movements via computer, and you're touching the gas pedal. So now it's about they can see in the car what is actually happening. Why is that valve opening? Why is it not? Was there an actual input pushed to it? As opposed to with the pedal, you don't know. It could have happened.
That data also is probably stored in the vehicle or in this vehicle's computer, right?
It tells, for every case that we have the data for, there was no unintended acceleration that we have the data for. So is the data in the cloud or is it in the car? At least the car, for sure.
Well, it starts in the car, I think, right? And then it might end up in the cloud at Tesla.
Yeah.
All right.
So anyway.